So as you can see, we have our blue stripe, then a gap, and then our anti-foul. So we sit quite heavy, given that we carry 800 litres of diesel, 900 litres of water, and kids with school books and equipment and everything else that we have on our boat. So we have decided to bring our anti-foul up to the top of the blue line now. We were going to peel the blue line off, but we're just standing back. So yeah, we're lifting our anti-foul line up, and the boys are bringing it back as far as they can to prime and recoat. Our boat sat in a storage shed for 12 years not being used with its mast down, so it actually doesn't have a lot of anti-foul. So we did talk about sandblasting it, given that it's a 20-year-old boat, but a company came and had a look and they said that'd be silly and we could just do it ourselves. So that was pretty nice of them not to tell us we needed a huge job done when we don't. So I'll leave the boys to it. I'm in the hulls cleaning, Brad's scraping, and Dan is sanding. Hey Ghostbuster!
Yeah, it's the funnest job I've ever done in my life. Said no one ever. Basically what I'm trying to do here is, because we're lifting up the anti-foul line, I'm just trying to smooth that line out a little bit, so when we put our anti-foul line up higher, we don't have like a extra line running through the boat. Apart from that, there's a few chips and stuff we're just working on them, like here for example. So it looks like that, and then I just work on it so it's
smooth it all out.
Smoother, and I don't know if that's the right thing to do, but that's what I'm doing.
Looks pretty good, but yeah, it's pretty cool. You can really see that it's just,
yeah, there's only 3 layers. So
the base primer, the original anti-foul.
Yeah.
And it would have been put back in the water by the last owner, probably without any extra anti-foul, and they've done our coats when it's come out to be sold.
Plus whatever's come off.
Yeah.
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me, and what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own.
Living your best life.
Living something. I'm not sure it's their best life. We're getting there, slowly. Be nice if this rain would rack off.
Yeah, so wet under this spot, isn't it? That's crazy, it's just pooling.
So we came over to this side, hold it like that. And I reckon we're about 1/3 the way there.
Oof.
Basically you can see here, so we are lifting the anti-foul line. Yes, everyone's going to tell us your boat's just too heavy, you've got to take stuff off. We've got 2 young kids and we're happy to lift it. We've looked at the Perry next to us, its anti-foul line's up here anyway.
And the other one's about halfway.
And the other one's about here. So we're just lifting it up because I figure it's better to be higher than lower.
It's a heavy boat though anyway.
It's a heavy boat. We haven't put any more on it than when we left, and it sails beautifully still. So we're happy with it. But yeah, it's been good. We've been able to check our rudders and they're rock solid. So I think all the bushes are good. We'll get the mechanic to check that while he's here.
And our steering.
And our steering cables. I've had a look over it. I can't see any fraying or anything like that, so I'm pretty sure that's all he's really going to be looking for. There's no rust or like rust spots on there. We picked a couple of shitty weeks to do this. The one thing the mechanic said is, please make sure you're on the concrete, not in the mud. I was like, oh, I did my best. They put us on the mud, but it's quite good until it started raining. And this is exactly what he's talking about. Sorry, Bruce. Morning, guys. So today we have blue sky. Happy days. So I'm gonna give something else a crack for the first time, and that's a little bit of fiberglassing. We've got, I'll show you under here, we've just got a little bit of a crack in the old keel there. So we're just gonna put a little bit of glass on it. I don't think the crack's super detrimental to the boat, but we're just gonna seal it up, have a crack at fiberglassing and see how we go.
It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
Gonna put the old spectacles on.
I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all wanna ring, yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart, are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs, are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown.
What are you doing, Pants?
I am giving the sail drive legs a bit of a sand back to smooth it up. The sandpaper I had first was a bit too gritty.
Let's start that again, sweetheart.
What?
You're giving the sail drive legs sand to rough them up.
Yes.
You said smooth them up.
To take the smooth gloss out of them.
That's it. So we can put the prop speed on it.
Yep. Our propellers are gorgeous, like brassy gold colour, and they're going to be painted ugly green.
They'll still look gorgeous.
But yes, so this is just going to rough it up a bit so we can prime it and paint it.
Happy days.
Looking good.
You're gonna have to put some elbow grease into that.
We're going to start that way and work this way.
So, you're probably going to use a new one.
Yep.
What you want to do is, it's hard because this side's really bad, so I've got to get all of that.
Yeah.
So like you come across something like that.
So that it's a smooth line.
But that's still not right, right? Like, you need a new pad. Even though that looks good, they just stop working.
Yeah, it sucks, doesn't it?
But the one I'm using, I can sort of semi-do that. Like if you want to come back this end.
And do the smoother bits.
The only downside is you're going to be in my dust.
That's alright.
Well.
I'm protected.
Righto. How's your arms?
Yeah.
Good, eh?
That's heavy, that one.
Try the other one, see how you go. Good morning. We are finished sanding.
Yay!
Thank God. Well, sanding the hull. We've got another project upstairs we're just starting to sand, but we're giving it a quick gurney down. I believe that's the next step in the process. So we'll gurney it down, let it dry, try and get a prime on it today. That way it's ready to go completely for when, hopefully Tuesday. We're going back in the water Wednesday, so maybe even Monday to give ourselves like a little bit of breathing room. But we'll get the first prime coat on, which is just a bit of a patch one where there hasn't been any anti-foul, where we've gone a bit deeper to get rid of any chips or anything like that. So yeah, we'll do the first one, and then maybe this afternoon we'll do like a full prime of where the anti-foul is going, because we are, as I've said, lifting the anti-foul from here to above the green line, which we've sanded, scuffed up, it's ready to go. So we'll do a full strip of prime along that, and then it's a bit hard to see, but bits like this, we'll just give like an extra prime and then a full second coat on the whole boat. And then, yeah, we'll be getting a little bit closer.
Yay!
Thank God. The motors are in completely. All the fluids are in now, so I think the boys will come back maybe tomorrow and basically connect some muffs to the sail drives and run the engines for an hour or so, or just so they can run their tests, make sure everything's good to go. Yeah, so they'll be here for the secondary test when we go back in the water. And yeah, fingers crossed, all goes well.
Yay!
I'm not sure our anxiety can handle any more problems.
No.
But
We
that's
haven't
okay.
really had major problems, like,
No, it's just,
it's one of those things, it's just...
we wanted to do it properly, and the mechanics we've got are actual, like I know we say this, but they're actual legends. Really, really good at what they do. There is no cutting corners with them, which I like, because we are taking our young family on the water, although it costs us a lot more when there's bits and pieces that arise that, you know, yep, whatever you want to do it. Whatever's better, do it. It'll just be better in the long run.
Yeah, and they have helped us with some, like, things where they've said, oh, this could be really expensive, but, you know, there is another way to do it, or
yeah,
they've been helping us out because they know that we're not made of money.
Yeah,
so
no, they've been fantastic. So we gave them the day off. it is Good Friday, but yeah, anyhow, we'll show you what we're doing upstairs in a minute. Potentially we've bitten off more than we can chew, but I'm just going to chew hard.
Boom.
And see how we go. Losing sunlight pants, you know, just trying to make dreams happen.
Yeah, well.
What we are actually trying to do is, if you come in closer, you can see these deeper cracks.
Little hairlines.
Up here, you can see where it's in the black.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like. Now we've taken the black off.
So I've gone from that to that. That's pretty impressive. They're not that deep.
Well, I can't even feel that.
Yeah. If you enjoy doing maintenance in big open areas where there are flat surfaces, minimal bending and nothing to trip on, then boat life is probably not for you.
Still trying to work out if boat life's for us.
There is not one job on a boat that does not require you to be huddled and bent over in small spaces, or fixing things that are difficult to reach without a million things to trip over or fall on. So you can pay tradies to do all of the work. Just know that
sounds good.
everything you pay for will be double the price of if you were in a house, because everything takes twice as long.
It really does. It sure does. Oh well, it's going off on here, so hopefully it goes off from there pretty quick.
Boom. Let's go off. It's raining again. But we are getting there. But it's very windy today and a bit rainy. But yeah, it's all looking good. So we will repaint it all. We'll sand it back nice and perfect and wipe it all down. Then we will paint it with a really good primer, and then we'll do 2 coats of our grippy paint because we run up and down this area a fair bit while we're sailing, and the black would either be searing hot or wet and slippery. So my best.
Oh, you bloody legend. Thanks, mate.
All good.
Hard-earned thirst.
Good job.
Dan finished our anti-foul this morning, so the boat is not looking so derelict anymore. Someone flooded it. Someone flooded our hulls. The scooters were submerged.
Someone flooded our what?
Hulls.
Oh, I thought you said bowls, and I was like...
Now Daddy's cranky about the scooter.
Come on.
Not working. Look, it's been bashed around the last few days in the wet mud gravel. A couple of jumps has been done and the kids have been hooning.
I got it working before. What did you do to it?
Ah, don't play chicken with me with the evil scooter.
This thing.
We gave our other scooter away after Daniel accidentally floated our entire hull because he removed the view pipe for our water to let more air in so that it would run to the other hull faster with the water maker. And it was about this far below the floorboard, thank goodness. So just through the waterproof hulls. But yeah, our little electric scooters were just swimming underwater, practicing their breath holds. The other one died earlier this year. That one's been working until we came to the mud pit, at which point it has been used and abused and is now dying. So we'll probably chuck it as we leave here and hopefully we'll just survive the rest of the year without them.
Jesus, Daniel.
What?
I'm glad I moved that for you.
What?
Dan would have had a hearty.
Holy shit. Where did he come from?
I don't know, he must have been he's been under there the whole time.
Not likely.
Oh, Dan's worst nightmare. There's a huge huntsman underneath the tray, so I'll be lifting the tray for all the next moves. Dan is not a fan of spideys.
Who the hell is?
I'm not a fan of them, but I'm not scared of them.
Not that I'm not a fan, I'm petrified of them. Give me a shark any day of the week. How good are these rollers?
Yeah. What are you doing?
Getting the pressure off. Right? Sometimes you gotta go hard, sometimes you gotta go soft and delicate.
You look like you're trying to do like a yoga move.
Fucking gazelle, mate.
I don't know how our light is turning off.
Fucking orange. Let's get along it like this.
It's like a strobe light. Disco, disco. Woo.
Job's done.
Boom.
Knock it off, pack it up, and enjoy red. You're a bit short there, little man.
What?
Hey.
Oof.
Oh, that looks so good.
Oof.
That's crisp.
So glossy.
That's impressive. So glad. Oh,
Awesome.
ruined it. Look at that.
So good.
What a nice
Slick.
line.
Sleek. Sleek and slick.
Oh, take your shorts off. That's it. Get into it. I'll race you. No, I won't race you.
Let's not race.
Let's just take our time, race.
Let's just take that time, mate.
So we are in our final last hours of daylight before we go in the water tomorrow morning. I am doing the support sections where our boat has been held by the brackets while we're on the hard stand. So I'm sanding back, priming, then anti-fouling those sections. Our mechanic came through about 4:30 just to touch up a few final things, and they did their proper engine check today, which was awesome. He's a legend. Although when he got here, he asked me, he said, "Holly, why are you in your pajamas already?" Bruce, this is just how I dress. I promise I'm making more of an effort this year to like not be looking homeless all the time. But the sandflies here are horrible. So we're getting eaten alive, and I threw away all my loose cotton clothes and kept 2 tracksuit pants and 1 long sleeve shirt. So this is all I've got to not get eaten. We've gone to put our anchor up after marking it beautifully, and the solenoid has died.
So I'm working on the bottom of the boat, and Daniel, bless his cotton socks, will be up in a very small hole working on the solenoid, and we figured that out at 5:04, and we called the marina at 5:06, and the doors were locked and they were closed. But luckily, good old Ken found us a solenoid and met us at the door so we could go and grab a new one. So Dan is doing that, and then tomorrow morning they will lift us up so that we can, as quickly as possible, sand the bottom of the boat and prime and get as much anti-foul as physically possible before we get put back in the water. And then on the next day, we'll go out through the channels. Wish us luck, guys. We have been on the hard stand for about 10 days, I think. 5 of those days it rained torrentially, but we've still managed to get 3 layers of anti-foul onto a beautifully sanded boat, whole new motors, new propellers, new sail drives. We've sanded, patched and fixed the front windows that were leaking a little bit because of some cracks from the black paint. Anchor is painted. I think that's it. But it's pretty awesome. After 12 months, we finally have our 90 metres of chain fully marked. Give me 2 seconds down here, darling. Dan. Do you want a mask?
No. Come on, stop biting me.
Dan's just giving himself a little cancer spray while he replaces the solenoid for our windlass. And like I said, he's in a little box.
Why do I always end up in the smallest position?
He likes trying to get into small holes.
I can't stand it. Boat life. Boat life.
Beep, 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 beep.
Well, I'm not much of a mechanic. Mechanic, not much of an electrician. And there's wires everywhere. The diagram they've got doesn't make any sense to what I've got. I have 3 wires coming out of my windlass for starters instead of just 2.
Mm.
Like one's forward, one's reverse, one's an earth, I get that, but they, yeah, I don't know, their diagram doesn't show that. Their diagram's only got red and black.
So that's our existing solenoid, the rusty corroded thing.
It's a good looking little animal, which is why I was like, that's going to go soon, we should do that before we leave. Well, it just forced our hand.
At 5 o'clock, the day before we go
The
in the
day
water.
before we go in the water. And I've got
Like
85 metres of anchor chain and
a 36 kilo
a 36
anchor
kilo anchor.
on the ground.
We've got to have this done by 6:30 in the morning, so I can then anti-foul the boat when they turn up with this bloody lift. Anyhow.
Well,
Yep.
I will go and wipe downstairs and prime,
Mm.
and then I'll start anti-fouling.
So you don't want to take over? I'll do the priming.
Look, if I was functionally minded with wires and bits, I would. That's something I can work on in the next 2 years. Is that corrosion?
Yeah. What's going on here, Rain Man? Why have you got corrosion?
The ocean destroys everything. Just so you know.
We'll have to spray that.
Yeah, what with a bit of like inox
Because even that pump that we've got in here is...
Oh, that pump was fully like corroded, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Not ideal. We've got about 20 meters left.
Hey,
We're about 15 meters left.
2015?
15 to 20.
Hopefully it doesn't tangle when we take it back out. Once I get to the anchor,
Yep.
I'll get you to come up here.
Yep. Okay, this way. We're at the anchor.
Well, just don't you lift it.
I'm straightening it.
Ready?
Yep. Come on, feed.
So I'll have to get my tester
Yep.
and I'll keep working on this.
Okay. I'll go down and turn the stern lights on
So
and...
for tomorrow, we got it, yeah, so you might have to go paint.
Yep.
So for tomorrow, because I want to get 2 coats on those patches at least.
Yes.
So even if we just get one on tonight, then we can do another one when we first get up.
Yep.
And then the boys will lift us, we'll do under the keels.
We just need to, yeah, and we'll...
This is all fine, we'll just
Yeah.
get the kids to...
And we'll save a couple of those sanding pads because we'll need 2 of the rough sanding pads to do under the keels tomorrow with our 2 things.
Yeah, true, we
We've
don't have any of them left.
got a battery charge, so I'll take these into the back door area. I don't know why. Backyard. Yay!
Love boat life.
What can go wrong will go wrong at the most inopportune times.